So, what are the risks and the measures for LLMs, that is large language models? I'm going to be talking about 4 risks, and I'm going to be talking about 4 other ways that you can mitigate those risks. The first one is AI hallucinations, meaning that an AI software or platform, as it were, can also hallucinate. In other words, they can give wrong answers. You can type a prompt, and what is coming out may not be the right thing. And that is why when you're building an AI platform or software, it is important that you test what you're doing and get answers from what you're doing and then educate it again. So, for example, when I'm building an AI chatbot, whenever a person types a prompt and they have their responses, we see the conversations at the back end, right? And then we can retrain that AI to answer that question in a better way. So you simply have to re-educate whatever platform or AI software you're using or building, as the case may be. The second one is bias. Now, bias can come from the nature of the training materials you feed your AI software or platform with. And the way to actually solve that is to do some sort of culture audit to be more inclusive in the kind of materials you're training it with. But also, we may not be able to help bias because, for example, if you're building a sales AI agent or a virtual assistant, it is going to be biased because you have to feed it with information that has to do with your own business, your own company, your own services. So we cannot take bias away completely, but when you're doing something really general, something like ChatGPT that is general, you have to be inclusive and ensure that you cover all culture. You don't make your answers or the things you're training your AI with just specific to a particular category of people if you want a general body of persons to use it. So if you have a general audience, you have to feed your AI with a very holistic training material. The next one is consent. Now, in the course of training the AI, you get to have access to people's materials, people's creative work. And that is why, we need to remember that there is copyright, and people have intellectual property. So you need to take note of the fact that people should not steal your ideas. So for me, for example, when I'm building an AI chatbot, I tell my clients to use or provide the training materials that is already available to the public. So if you feel like you have something that is really creative, you want people to pay for it, maybe keep that one to yourself. And if you insist that you still want to have that one, I have another measure to ensure that you feel safe to leave your creative content with us, right? Because I also believe in protecting people's original work. I'm big on that. So the way to actually solve that is accountability. And I just give an example of how I deal with that when I'm dealing with my clients when building AI chatbots for them. But unfortunately, some persons may not be as ethical as they should be. And this is why you should ensure that whoever you're working with when it has to do with AI, they should be people who practice they adhere to ethical practice. They ensure that the things they are doing is ethically right. So they respect your copyright, they respect your intellectual property, they respect your privacy, right? And finally, the last one is security. And the way to actually mitigate against this one is to get education. Take courses on cybersecurity or go read up some of the things you can online. Watch videos on YouTube, ask ChatGPT, but these are the risks of using AI, LLM, that's large language models, and I've also shared the ways you can mitigate against this risk. I'd like to hear what you also think, or if you have other ideas in the comment section, let us know. And remember to like, share, and follow me as I continue to share more tips and more things you need to know about AI. Thank you.